Hello and welcome to Don't Mind the Fade. This is episode 8, the official 2-month mark, the official everyone's going to have been the alpha twice mark. The Warriors are 2-2, and we won 2 combined bets this week. So there's a lot of 2s coming up. We are gonna have some fun here and hopefully give you some more locks. How you guys doing?
You know, I have a question, and it's gonna be directed towards Ian. How does one bounce back from losing this amount of money? Because I know you do it a lot, and I am so ashamed of myself. I did not win a single bet. Even the bets outside of this podcast that I place on my own, all lost. If somebody would have just taken the exact opposite, you would have won a lot of money. Well, so Ian, please help me.
Well, I mean, you're asking the right person, but I mean, my advice wouldn't really work for you because my advice would be just to not listen to Alex. So I don't know what you're going to do about that, but
I'm going to do something about that today. We're throwing everything out. I'm getting a new play caller in. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, Alex, you need a baby. You need a baby to make your picks for you.
I either need a baby or a watermelon to smash. That's one of those two will do.
The only tried and true methods for gambling involve either infants or animals making picks and doing significantly better than the general public. I think those two are just the great truths of gambling.
Kosha looks like he shaved today, so I can use him as an infant.
I see.
Okay, but
I'm not intrigued.
do you guys have like something out for me or something? Every time the alpha, you guys give me the worst picks. I think this wasn't even fair. This wasn't my fault. We went.
No, honestly, Ian, hand up. My bad.
No. We do not. We're not going to let Ian come in here and say that. The alpha from week 2 has had the ability to fade any pick. If you didn't like our picks, faded them, and
I did fade a pick, and that was one of the only 2 bets we won this week.
You're right. So you don't get to yell at us for the 3 you lost. You could have faded 4 picks if you were smart enough. You don't get to blame us.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Ian didn't take a single one of my picks, and he still lost 3 bets. And I lost all 4.
That's because the coincidentally quiet person
went out of 2 people. They go 0 for 8.
Yeah, that's because the person who's coincidentally a little quieter today also went 0-4. We just haven't heard from him yet.
What do you got something to say, babyface?
I don't want to talk about it. The Browns receiver is all I gotta say.
You know what? It's so sad too because Lori Loughlin was let out of prison.
That's why. Lock her up. Lock her up.
Yeah. You gotta lock her back up to get those locks.
Oh goodness,
Lori Loughlin.
That's a good segue into, I guess, a little bit more specifics about just how poorly we did. For those of you that haven't kind of followed along, we had an awful week. We went 2-14 combined. Ian and I both got 1 pick right, and the only pick that Ian got right was when he faded one of Kosha's picks. Ian had a little bit more money on his, so Ian was technically the winner this week, but there really were no winners.
Don't give that technically. I won.
The winner. I guess we can go through specifically. Let me share my screen and we can show the exact picks. I guess I'm on myself, so I'll just start. I'm probably going to stop betting on the NBA. I don't think I'm very good at it, as cute as I like to be. I won my over barely, but I won it. Everyone
what about that hair of your nut?
You won it in spectacular fashion.
Literally. That game had no business going over 47, but I will take it. Everyone and their mother, not just the 4 of us, lost money betting on the Browns this week, so I don't take any blame for that. That was incredible, honestly. And side note, if the Browns miss the playoffs because they lost to the Jets, because I think there's a scenario where they can miss the playoffs if they lose this week, they would have had to lose to the Jets and then the Mason Rudolph-led Steelers. That'd be the most incredible 2-game choke in the history of sports. I'm putting it on the record right now.
That'd be the most Browns move ever.
Are the Jets the best 0-14 team to ever exist? I have a question.
Probably.
I think so.
Darnold real?
Yeah.
Do they even want Trevor at this point?
Arnold kind of looks nice. I mean, they actually put up a fight against a couple of teams too before that.
They're like the only 0-4 team with like maybe a franchise quarterback. So
yeah.
Every other 0-4 team or every 0-14 team has some scrub at quarterback. But they have Sam Darnold.
Usually it's an injury or something like that. Yeah. No, the Jets. The Jets aren't going to be in a terrible spot for too long. I think they just need to get a new coaching staff and they got to keep hitting on draft picks, but they have some pieces for sure.
The good thing about the Jets is, unfortunate for the Browns, is their run defense. It's like the only thing they have good. The pass defense sucks. The only thing they can do is stop the run, and that's literally all the Browns could do. That and all the tight end.
Yeah.
And they didn't even try to run. Dude, they ran it like 8 times that game.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Why did Baker throw the ball 54 times when he's throwing to
with
a
no
receiver?
Yeah.
Like I think the Browns coaching has been really good this year. I think that they've done a really good job, but that was so stupid.
Tough game.
Watch.
Yeah, I mean that was just bad.
Tough game for them and tough game for, like I said, a lot of gamblers. Cleveland was not favored by too much. I guarantee there's a lot of people that had money on them in teasers straight up.
They were favored 10 when they were 10.5 favorites, weren't they?
Yeah, but I mean, when you're playing the Jets, anything under 14, you feel at least decent about, or you used to before the season or before the last couple weeks.
Yeah, so, Vegas won a lot of money. I think like it was like 85% of bets had the Browns involved.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure they were throwing it at every moneyline parlay, a lot of teasers. So, again, we won't dwell on it too much. We all lost on Cleveland at some point this week. My last bet was the Washington football team. I didn't account for Dwayne Haskins heading to the strip club.
I told you, bro.
He's got those herpasyphilites, bro.
I told you that was my explanation that Dwayne Haskins might be the quarterback of that team, and I do not want to touch that. Dwayne Haskins is starting.
Yeah, I did see a stat though that Teddy Bridgewater somehow with like maybe the best wide receiver trio in the league, DJ Moore, Robbie, and Curtis Samuel has 15 touchdowns in 14 games. So I still don't think the Panthers are very good, but apparently the NFC East is still not good, and we don't need to think that they're anything better than we did 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But enough of looking at my bets.
I feel like Dwayne Haskins trying to murder his coach by attempting to get COVID like that too just put a real big damper on that game.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know. Literally, I didn't even think about that.
Like a cancer survivor, like
yeah,
like a recent, like literally, like
he's like just in remission.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
he just beat cancer.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Now you have COVID because I got some titties in my face. Worth it.
All right, enough looking at my bets. Ian, you can go next because you're next on my little screen here. Just talk us through your winner and your 2 losers.
I mean, I was the alpha, so I just took everyone else's shitty bets. And the one bet that I won was I faded Nick and New Orleans. Who did they even play? I kind of forgot.
For the Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They played the Vikings. Holy shit! And like
that game was a wild ride. I told you it would be a wild ride.
That was so bitter fucking sweet because, I played Kamara in a fantasy championship, and I lost by 20 points. So if you only had half the day you had, I probably would have won.
You're not alone, I don't think. A lot of people probably lost to Kamara this week.
Yeah, those are my bets. So I'm not going to go on too much. Heat minus 4.5. That was disappointing, and they just lost to 30 by the Bucks.
The Bucks had an NBA record for threes made in a game, so not a great start for your Heat.
Yeah, and I'm also just going to stop betting against the Niners because we won, and I should probably be a little happy about it, even though
your team always wins when you fade them, always.
Yep,
but I was so upset when we beat Arizona, and I should be so stoked, but I was so upset.
Yeah, right, and that's the worst thing, dude.
I love what Kittle said after the game when he's just like, "I'm happy to help the Bears."
Yeah, that was funny.
He's like, "I love the Bears." That's so
he said before. He's like, I get that we're out of it, but anytime you can make a division rival's life just way more miserable, I'm always down to do it, which I love. I love that pettiness.
That's sick.
We need that energy. Alex and Nick, do you guys even want to talk about your bets? Or you want to just ignore them?
Okay, all I have to say about my bets is I got this sweatshirt. It says positive vibes only. I'm going to let everybody resonate in that. That's how I'm going to be for this next upcoming week because I'm embarrassed and I need positive vibes because this was a rough week. Yeah, the amount of times I laid on my floor face down because of the amount of money I was losing, let me tell you what, it was more than once.
You need a lot more than just vibes, Alex.
I don't understand why Mike McCarthy keeps smashing watermelons, and I don't understand why it continues to work. I have lost 2 bets now to this fucking guy smashing watermelons. So I don't know what that means, but I need to know beforehand if Mike McCarthy is going to have any watermelons on deck because I cannot bet against him. It's an 0 for 2 for me. So, yeah, everything else is just a shit show. Indianapolis had the game in the bag and they lost. They blew a 24-7 lead. I can't believe Cleveland actually lost to the fucking Jets. And Kansas City, Atlanta over 47.5 was never going to hit because KC was horrible. So every bet I had was trash. We're going to throw that whole slate in the trash, and we're moving on to next week.
Yep. And to Alex's credit, we posted on the Instagram, but he did at the end of the podcast last week.
I told you I was going to lose every bet this week.
He's like, now that I look at them again, I hate every bet. I think I'm going to go 0-4. So there's at least a little positive there. No positive.
There was a little bit of awareness.
At least I know I suck.
No positive money, but positive, I guess, lessons going into it. And
it was like the equivalent of like a Daniel Negreanu calling the other person's cards, but then calling anyways and losing.
No, it's like when Kosha has sexual relationships with a woman, he has to warn them beforehand that it's going to be horrible for him and her.
I'd make him sign something.
Yeah.
Sign an NDA.
Oh God. Okay. Speaking of Kosha, you want to talk about your bets or no?
Yeah. Now that we're here, unlike Alex, I'm unwilling to admit that I suck. You can see by the amount of money I put on my lock, the Cleveland Buffalo teaser, which was 100% gonna hit if the Browns had the receivers. That was make or break on that one, and then we know what happens there. But the rest of them, I'm still happy with those bets. You know,
yeah.
I put them down because at the time those were the move, those were the locks. Things don't always go your way, and I'm thinking fade all of you guys' picks this week, and I'm gonna end up with some real locks.
I love that strategy.
You're really proud of taking Vikings +7 when Kamara scored.
It was a long ride.
The best touchdown scoring day ever.
They got beat by Kamara. It was like a fancy matchup against Kamara. I never had a chance.
No, it's true. You didn't.
Kosha is our alpha this week, though, so he gets to go from making his own bad picks to choosing all of our bad picks. A distinct difference in terms of who you get to blame when the week's over. So we'll see if he does, in fact, fade us everywhere and still go 0-4 or not. But yeah, you guys got anything else quickly before we take a quick break and then jump into our picks this week?
No, sir.
Where's the crowd at? I missed him.
I don't know. Where is the crowd? Ian needs some people in the crowd of it. I know
no Raider fans.
All the Raider fans are quiet right now.
They showed up for winners.
They're sore-ass losers.
Yeah.
It's fitting, honestly.
Our guy with Steam's always in there, though. We can always count on him to show up.
Yeah, my mom's probably in there somewhere, too, but I don't think she knows how to chat.
Is that why you can't spell?
Dude, come on. Are you serious?
Kevin always takes it too far.
I'm sorry.
Seriously, bro.
Okay, with that, let's take a really quick break and come back in a couple seconds for Week 8's locks. Cool. Okay. All right, moving on. Let's get after it. Kosha, you are the alpha. As usual, we have 4 picks. Nothing special this week. We'll likely come up with some fun kind of twists to do for the playoffs, I'm sure. We get 4 weeks of that starting, and it's cool. We don't get a week off, which I always forget about. I'm used to there being like a week gap in between the season and the playoffs. So we get to go right into wild card weekend, and there's an extra wild card game. So we get 3 games Saturday, 3 games Sunday. Should be a really fun football weekend.
Oh, there is an extra wild card game. I love that.
We get it's like a Thanksgiving Day, Saturday and Sunday. Alex, I think you're ready to say something to me.
I have a question for you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Why is there a condom on your finger?
On my finger? I cut myself today.
Did you actually just use your own condom to cover that up, or same size? Nice.
Nice.
At least it's your biggest finger.
At this point, I take it. This might be an upgrade. I had to go out and buy special large ones for this. I don't have ones that fit my middle finger. I don't know about you, but okay. Enough about my penis. Nick, it's your turn.
You know what? I think I want to hear from Ian first.
All right, we're going.
Okay, I like it. I have some pretty interesting bets this week. Let me just pull them up. All right. So to start, in honor of Mason Rudolph starting for the Steelers this week, and they're playing the Browns, aka Myles Garrett, who smashed his helmet against his head not a couple years ago. Was it last year?
I think it was last year.
That was last year, dude.
That was when Big Ben was hurt.
Yeah. It was last year, and I absolutely loved it. I think he should hit him again with his helmet.
I think it should you should be able to once a game hit someone in the head with your helmet.
Especially if they say
fucking barbaric, dude.
Okay, only if your helmet gets ripped off, you can hit that person with your helmet.
Okay, all right.
You get one swing.
Anyways, I don't know what the line is because there is not a line on FanDuel, but I'm just taking whatever it is. I'm assuming it's going to be 1.5 over for Myles Garrett sacks.
You're taking he just left us again. Okay, so Ian is going to take Myles Garrett over a question mark.
What's up, Ian? Welcome back, bro.
That bet was so outrageous. My computer just
the computer's like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Okay, so we're giving Ian an over whatever Myles Garrett sacks is at question mark odds to win question mark.
It'd be hard to take this one. I'll tell you what.
For 100.
I love it.
That's a tough look.
I love it. So basically they don't show player props yet, so I have to check this Friday.
It's going to be 2, Ian. It's going to be 2.
I think it's 1.5. I don't think it's going to be 2.
It's
you're taking 2. No matter what. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, I know. But
I hope it's 3.5, and it's minus 450 or plus 450.
No, 2 would be outrageous. It'll be outrageous. He hasn't had more than 2 sacks in the game.
Yeah, but
look who did his research.
Look who did his research.
I mean, I am taking a bet with no odds, so or a lot. I had to do something.
How do we follow up a 2-14 week? Let's take a bet that's not even listed yet.
Yeah.
Good start.
Yeah.
I'm off the grid, baby.
If we make up all our own bets, we can't really lose. We can't really track if we win or lose. We can just make shit up.
Okay. And then I'm taking a little 3-team parlay. All spreads. Packers minus 5.5.
What the okay.
Wow. Yeah. Cowboys minus 3 against the Giants. Because the watermelons, baby. And then
I don't know if they're gonna smash them next week, bro.
I mean, if they don't, they're just dumb.
So Packers minus 3.5, Cowboys
minus 5.5.
Packers minus 5.5.
Packers minus 5.5, Cowboys minus 3, and then Chargers minus 3.5 against the Mahomes-less Chiefs, and who else? And he knows who else they're gonna sit for that game. So I kind of like that.
They have not said they're sitting Mahomes yet.
Yeah, they have.
When?
I looked it up.
Andy Reid likes to wait for things like that. He's too busy eating burgers right now.
And his Hawaiian shirts.
The guy's a legend.
Anyways, I'm putting 100 on that.
And what does that win? It's got to win a good amount of money.
It's like
plus 626. That's 100 to win. You win 626 on that.
Yeah. I love all those lines though.
For the record, they have not officially sat Mahomes yet. Reed hinted that he's going to take a look at it, and he did the same thing a couple years ago. Whenever he has sat players.
Yeah, why would they not?
And honestly, I think it's smart to get in early with this because as soon as that's official, that line's going to go from 3.5 to 7.5.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing is that Chad Henne played last year.
Yeah, against the Chargers.
They beat
No, they lost by 4.
But didn't they beat some team?
Oh, so
was it like the Packers or something?
I looked into the same thing. I know that Chad Henne started the game against the Chargers, same exact situation, and he lost by 4. That might have been 2 years ago though, but I don't think they were the 1 seed 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure it was last year.
Yeah. Well,
Chad
I think
Hennessy, baby.
Well, yeah, and then and who knows who else they're gonna sit? Like I think Tyreek's still banged up. Like they might sit him. Tyrann Mathieu's always a little banged up. They might sit him too. So who knows?
Yeah, no. I mean, I think Andy Reid typically. I mean, there's no reason to do anything. If anything, they maybe play guys for like a quarter or two. But no, they're going to sit their 7 most important players. There's just zero reason to play someone. And Reid's always been like a rust doesn't matter type of guy. He doesn't think that an extra week off is going to matter for them.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't care. So yeah, I actually like that parlay a lot. And then my third bet, I'm going to put 250 on Bills -1 against the Dolphins. They're fighting for the 2 seed. And it's pretty huge. And I just, I mean, Miami barely lost last week they barely won against the Raiders.
They didn't look great at all.
They didn't look too great. They don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, even though I know Flores is coaching the shit out of that team with, like, because, like, what other fucking franchise team have you ever known that can just pull their quarterback week to week just like that and, like, everything's still fine,
Yeah,
but most teams don't have fucking Fitzmagic just sitting on the bench.
Yeah, for real. I'm hoping we get him next year. How much money are you putting on the Myles Garrett bet, by the way?
100.
Damn, you putting 550 on your lock, huh?
That's
Everyone's adopting my little strategy. Everyone's adopting my strategy.
I'm not. Fuck that.
I know you're not. Kosha, what are your thoughts?
What do you think, Kosha?
I like the Myles Garrett one. I want the odds for that. I can't imagine it's going to be great odds, but I do. I like that one. The parlay is good, just pretty cheeky. So we'll see. Maybe a little sprinkle depending on how good these picks are. If I don't like their picks enough, I might sprinkle 100 on that with you. And the Bills, I'm a fan. The Dolphins, they're playing for more, which is what scares me about that bet. It seems kind of like a trap to take the Bills because it seems like too easy almost. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what these guys are cooking up. These guys cooking up. I'm gonna pass it off to you, Krev.
Yes. Okay. Let's do it. I thought I had Miami +1 written down. I was going to take them. So the only reason I don't like that bet, Ian, I was going to take Miami is because I bet the Bills don't play their starters for the second half. Because they basically they're locked into a 2 or 3 seed, and all these teams are smart. And the Steelers, if they lose, it doesn't matter what the Bills do. If the Steelers lose, they still get the 2 seed. So if they go into halftime and see the Mason Rudolph-led Steelers are down 24-3, they're going to bench their whole team because the Steelers are losing. I think that's a realistic possibility. So I was almost going to take Miami, but because I feel like Josh Allen has some I'm playing this entire game and winning because I can vibe, I decided to stay away from it, but I am a little worried about it for that reason.
That's fair.
But that doesn't matter because that's not in my picks. I'm going to start with a 3-team moneyline parlay. I'm calling this my teams that have things to play for versus teams that don't have things to play for parlay. I'm going to take New Orleans against the Panthers. They need to win to have a shot at the 1 seed. Cleveland against the Steelers. Mason Rudolph. Again, we've already talked about it. And Baltimore versus, who are they playing again? They're playing, the Bengals, who also have nothing to play for and still have a backup. If you take those 3 money lines and you combine them, I forget what the exact odds were. Let me plug it back in here. I can get that parlay to -125, basically the same odds as the teaser. Again, it's just 3 teams that every year there's a team that needs to win and is playing a team with nothing to play for, and they still find a way to lose. But also every year that team is the Vikings, so I just know for a fact it's going to happen again. And you can just pencil in the Lions upsetting the Vikings because they always find a way to lose these random games that they have no business losing, that they actually need to win. 3 good teams, I think, except for Cleveland. It's 2 proven teams. Baltimore's really good last year. They've been playing well. Cleveland's going to bounce back. They have to at least a little bit. There's no way they lose a division game with all those starters being benched. And I think Carolina's a little frisky. I've lost on them a lot this year, but New Orleans is just, they're too veteran. Drew Brees and Sean Payton have been doing this for too long to let a game like that slip when they have the defense they do and the way the run game's been going. So I like that. I get down to -125, and I'm going to put I'm putting $250 on that one. My second bet is an ode to our hometown and an ode to the biggest playoff snub of the year this year. I'm taking San Jose State -9.5 against Ball State. They play on New Year's Eve. So I know very little about Ball State except for that they played in a worse conference somehow than San Jose State did. And San Jose State's undefeated. So give me the -9.5. Give me the blowout. We're going undefeated this year. We want Bama. It's an unofficial national championship game for San Jose State, and I'm putting a banner in my room when we win this game. They're going to win going away. It's not even going to be close. I don't know much about San Jose State either, but I think that might be a good recipe for me in terms of what kind of bet to take. They are right now -105 as well, so I get pretty good odds on that. I'm putting what?
I was saying real quick, just because you brought up San Jose State. I interned for football. I interned for the football team for 2 years while I was there as a recruiting intern, and so I just want to give a shout out to the coaching staff there. And Ben Things, director of operations, my boss. Let's go. Okay. Zoe Carter, running backs coach. Brent Brennan, head football coach.
Go State.
Nicest head football coach ever in D1 history.
That you've ever worked for, that's for sure.
Bro, Nick Saban seems like a real treat.
Yeah, him and Dabo. I'd love to work for them. I think. Okay, well, I'm betting on a team that Ian was associated with and had a hand in the recruiting of, which honestly worries me a little more than it probably should. But we'll let it pass. Again, go State, go Spartans.
Dude, that's the information you need to know before you take the bet. Kind of like smashing watermelons.
Yeah, that might be throw a wrench in my plans. Okay, my last pick, I was between two picks actually. One of them was going to be the Chargers -3.5, so naturally I'm now going to go away from that one. I'm going to take the Cardinals +1 against the Rams. Jared Goff's out, so they're starting their backup quarterback who's not, I've never heard of. I don't think he's very good. Kyler might be out, which is why I didn't want to take this, but they haven't really said he's out yet. And my guess is that they literally, like, if they win, they have no choice but to win. If they win, they get in the playoffs. If they lose, they don't. I believe that's how it works for them. I have a feeling Kyler's going to tough it out, even if he's less than 100%. I'll take Kyler in a division game versus whoever the Rams' backup is any day of the week. So I'm going to take them at +1, hopefully before the Kyler news officially breaks, because if Kyler's officially playing, I have a feeling that line swings in Arizona's favor pretty quickly. So I'm going to take them at +1. I'm not going to put as much on them. I'm only going to put 150 on both, I'm going to put 150 on them and San Jose State. So I'm going to put a little more on my lock. Arizona's -118 in this game.
I like the Arizona bet. I had him in my slate too, but I took him out because I was scared. I didn't know Carlos was going to play.
Yeah.
And if he does play, he's going to be hobbled. And the Rams are also playing for something too, because they might not get in as well if they lose.
No, I think they're in. I think it's just a seeding thing for them.
Scenario where they don't get in.
Are you sure they're in?
If they lose, wins, I think it's swooped. I can't remember the exact.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they lose, they can be out.
There's a scenario.
You're right.
Yeah, there is a scenario.
It's unlikely.
So they're also playing for something too. And so I don't know. I didn't want to like touch a possibly out Kyler or a hobbled Kyler against like a really good defense.
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
I did want to take the under for that game, but the line wasn't on.
Yep. They don't have the line because they're not going to put it without.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I like the picks. I like the money line low.
Oh, you're right.
Move not putting that in a 3-team teaser and getting plus odds, but Kevin doesn't know how to use.
You don't know what my lock is.
That's true. I don't know what his lock is. I'm excited for that because these bets are pretty ass so far, if I'm being honest. Let's hear what Alexis got.
All right. Okay, this is how we're doing it this week.
All right, let's hear it out.
All hands on deck. I did not look at a single line until right now. I am throwing the playbook out the window. I was embarrassed this week. If I had a watermelon right now, I would smash it. But I'm going to go back to my roots, and I'm going to pick a couple overs for you here.
Oh, God.
So,
yeah, for real.
So I got, to start us off, I'm going to take Browns, Pittsburgh, over 42.
That's interesting.
Baker and Mason Rudolph to score more than 42.
Baker, dude, the Browns put up at least 35 points. The Browns fucking crush, okay? Wait, the Browns have the receivers. They'll have the receivers back, right? That's a real question.
You have to call Roger Goodell.
All right. Well, hopefully they have the receivers back. That's real time right there. You guys really just saw my reaction there. And then I'm also going to take the Cowboys and Giants over 44.5. Those are two separate bets, $250 on each.
Wow, I don't like either of those.
Right? That's why I love them.
44.5, right?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I like the 44.5 part. I just don't like the two teams.
Whatever, dude. I gotta learn how to win again. Okay.
He's got another one.
And then no, I don't have another one. This is also going back to my roots. I'm taking Titans and Packers in a tease.
All right.
Titans.
I think we've had this exact tease like 4 times this year.
Yeah, and it always works.
Okay, Titans -1.5, Green Bay at +0.5.
All 250?
Yeah.
Weird. Well,
math is hard.
Cool.
All right.
We're not doing this again, Ian, okay? All right, this is how I do it, all right?
I am a fan. I like what's going on here. I like
You like that? You like that shit?
Because the Packers, with the Saints continuing their role, they got something to play for.
They have to win. Yeah, they have to win.
Titans.
And all Aaron Rodgers loves doing is fucking beating the shit out of the Bears.
Yeah, it's true. The thing that scares me is Mitch Trubisky looked better than Mahomes the last couple of weeks. So
He
That's
is
like the-
kind of.
Did the Bears
Besides that pick he threw into a barrel of defenders in the end zone last
Did
week.
the Bears pick the right quarterback? I think the question has to be asked.
Mahomes had more drops.
People are talking.
It's like a record number of dropped interceptions that Mahomes has thrown. So he should have way more. But that has nothing to do with Trubisky in the picks. The overs make me nervous. I like the Cowboys-Giants one, and I don't like the Browns.
I hope
Pittsburgh
coaches takes both unders instead.
I might take one of them.
If you take it under, you're a coward.
You don't like fun.
That's not happening. I'm not gonna let Alex call me a coward. All right, let's get to these locks. See if you guys can excite me before I get back to this Buffs game. Watch a nice comeback from the boys.
You want me to excite you? Then I mean, you should probably go off camera for that.
Different conversation.
Yeah.
Ian, just put Tennessee in a teaser like you do every single week for your lock already.
You need your lock, Ian. Impress me. Titans actually are not in my lock this week.
Wow.
Wow.
I am putting 550 on Packers. It's obviously it's a teaser. Packers plus 0.5 against the Bears, and Saints minus 0.5 versus the Panthers. I'm really hoping they don't sit their fucking starters, but I don't think they will.
I can't wait for Saturday night to come out and they sit in everybody.
And they do. I mean, they take some hill though. I mean, like it's not the end of the world.
Or Drew Brees breaks another rib somehow.
All right. I like it. Let's see. What do you got?
We're all just teasing different teams. Okay. Do I have to? I'm not going to pivot. No, I see. There's only two other lines you want to tease, and it's the Vikings. And I'm not teasing Kirk in a game that he should win because I know that means he's going to lose it. And I'm not teasing the Bucks again because I feel like the Falcons are going to win against. I think they're going to beat Brady. Okay, I'm going to go with what I had before, even though Alex and Ian's bets make me not like it as much. I'm just taking the inverse of their tease. So I'm teasing the Titans and the Saints. So it's Tennessee minus 1.5 and New Orleans plus 0.5 or minus 0.5. I'm honestly just avoiding Green Bay entirely because I think that the Bears are legitimately good and I don't want to get burned by that. And also division games are weird. And they've just been playing out of their minds lately, frankly. They've scored a ton of points. Green Bay's defense, I know they did well against the Titans, but I'm still not convinced by them. And Green Bay has something to play for, but there's a chance that they don't have to win that game come halftime. I don't know. I think Green Bay probably does win, but I'm just going to avoid teasing against a team that I think is good. I'd rather bet against the Panthers and the Texans with teams that have something on the line for them. Yeah, you basically have a round robin of those three teases. You just get to pick which two you like if you want to take one of them, Kosha.
Yeah, someone's trying to sell me another teaser. All right, Lex, what do you got for me?
For my lock?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take the over in Jaguars.
No. I'm taking Jets money line.
I fucking love it. I love it, Alex. Go.
Bingo. I don't give
I did not have. I took him out of my slate. So
I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to go down big. I'm ready to go up big. I don't care. I'm prepared for whatever.
Alex is.
I'm like water, baby. I just go with the flow. Let's go.
Alex has officially hit rock bottom.
What's up?
Hypothetically,
this weekend changed me. This weekend changed me. Okay, I'm now a believer. I'm a full believer in the Jets. I love the green. The green, everything works. It's perfect. I'm ready to roll. Let's go.
Is it possible
money line?
A money line like that with a spread so I can get some better odds?
No.
I want to fade that so bad, but I just don't want minus 158. I don't like that.
It's actually minus 174 too. So,
bro, you're gonna fade the Jets on a 2-game win streak? They are hot.
I mean, all right. Let me see here.
Okay, I'll pull up my screen so you can take a peek if you need it. We can do a quick recap. I took a 3-way parlay that you should have written down: New Orleans, Cleveland, Baltimore. I took San Jose State minus 9.5, Arizona plus 1, and then I didn't write this one down. I'm teasing Tennessee and New Orleans. Ian has Buffalo minus 1, Myles Garrett over probably 1.5 sacks.
Question mark sacks.
He is over a certain number of sacks at a random amount of odds. He's got a 3-team just Green Bay minus 5.5, Dallas minus 3, Chargers minus 3.5. Plus 626 is juicy, and then he has a Green Bay New Orleans teaser. Alex has his two overs with. I just want to list the quarterbacks in the games you took the overs in. All four of these quarterbacks are Mason Rudolph, Daniel Jones, Andy Dalton, Baker Mayfield.
Let's go, baby.
Do with that what you will. He's teasing Tennessee and Green Bay and the Jets money line.
That's how you make those games fun to watch, okay? If people listen,
that is true.
That's how you do it.
And one thing I love about those two overs is that not only are the quarterbacks those quarterbacks, but they actually have Steelers. They have a good defense, and not I guess recently, but and then the Giants have an okay defense too.
It's gonna be fine, okay? It's gonna be fine.
We'll see. The other thing that's kind of interesting about this week is that I feel like usually I think they did this intentionally, just the way it worked out. I feel like normally there's a scenario where a team has something to play for, but then let's say they're the 1 o'clock game. By the time the 10 a.m. game is over, they know if they have something to play for. So you don't know if they're going to play all their starters yet, because it's if I have nothing to play for, I'm going to bench my guys. There's none of that this week. All the teams that matter and the trickle down effect that kind of impact each other, they all play at 10 or they all play at 1. I wonder if that was intentional.
Wait, breaking news. I'm changing one of my bets. Okay,
God.
I'm changing an over. I'm changing an over. I'm going to change the Cleveland Pittsburgh over to the Tennessee Titans Houston Texans over 57.
Over 57?
Over 57. Yeah, there's going to be a million points in this game.
I looked at that line too. 57 is a lot of points.
57 is a lot of points.
Let's go, baby.
Oh my God. Why did you change it?
This is going to be so exhilarating.
You look so weak.
You actually get 56 and a half.
Bro, I need at least one of these overs to take just for me to get some power back. The overtakers. He's going down.
You should have teased 2 overs.
You should shut the fuck up. Seriously.
Wow.
Sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm just set. He came at me my overs.
Taking one pick from each person.
If you're a real monster, you would have parlayed them too.
There's a fade.
I thought about it. That would have been sick.
Coach, I'll repeat that again. You were a little quiet, and we have Tweedledee and Tweedledum. We're talking over you here.
I'm taking one bet from each person, and then there's a fade.
All right.
God,
I'll get started. So my first one I'm taking.
I know he's fading me.
Cowboys, Giants.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, buddy.
NFC East trash.
But it's going to go over 44 and a half.
Not that many points. Give me the garbage. I want to see that. Make the game good. 250 on that. Next one, I am going to ride with Ian's cheeky parlay. I love it.
Fucking love it.
Yeah, love the fact that they're all favorites. That makes me like even more. You're not going to hit now. I'm going to put 100 on that. The last one I'm going to take is what I would be considered my lock. I'm putting 400 on the New Orleans teaser, courtesy of Krev.
400?
400. Okay. And then the fade you've all been waiting for.
Hold on, can we guess? Let's all guess.
I'm guessing he's fading. I'm guessing he's going to fade my Bills.
I bet he's going under 56 and a half.
If you go under on this podcast, I'm never doing this show again with you guys.
If you take Ball State, I'm never doing this show again with you guys.
Alex, what's your guess?
Plus 9.5.
Fuck San Jose State, bro.
Ball State.
What's up, dude? Sac State, baby. Let's go. Fuck San Jose State.
I'm thinking San Jose State in some games this season, always underdogs. I like them with points.
Slander.
I don't like them as a heavy favorite.
Oh,
I gotta say it. They're an underdog. They're an underdog story, and in a game as a heavy favorite against some action. I just I think both divisions are equally the same. I don't see any difference. Mountain West.
I don't know what I expected, but that was not it.
I love that you faded Kevin.
Oh yeah,
Kevin's so upset. Kevin looks like he just got kicked in the nuts.
Fade first place, huh? Fade in first place. Not a good business decision.
Hey, am I still in second?
Yeah, we can do the scores at the very end, but yeah.
I lost $1,000 and I'm still
it would have been impossible for you to not be in second. We all lost a shit ton of money. I have a pretty firm actually it looks like oh no. Oh, you're actually not even down as much as I thought.
No, I'm only down like $400, right?
Yeah, 530 looks like. We can do that in a second though. Okay.
One big week, a couple of overs hit. I'm fucking back at it, baby.
Am I really down $1,300?
No. Am I still sharing? Oh, are you looking at it? No. So the reason it says it is because it's including the $1,000 of bets that we just placed. So you don't have played yet. So you're like, I'm only down 100. Alex only down 500, and so on.
I was like, what?
Okay, we can show that in a second, but I guess just a recap on Coach's picks. He was judicious and fair and took I guess it actually worked out. He took a bet from everyone. He faded me, but he also made me his lock. So I think it kind of evens itself out there. It just means I have some variance, but every single fade so far has hit, by the way. We're 2 for 2 on fades hitting. So we'll see if that continues.
So not good for San Jose State.
Yeah, not good for San Jose State backers.
Those dudes, I don't think they win by 10, but I think they win.
I agree. I think it's going to be a closer game.
I just know nothing about it, but I wasn't about to throw them in like a money line parlay. I'll just take the point.
Because you're a pussy.
I should have thrown them in instead of New Orleans, honestly.
That would have been so funny.
I'm taking Cleveland, Baltimore, and San Jose State. Money line parlay.
Dude,
my 3 favorite teams growing up as a kid.
Oh, God. Okay. So, yeah, quick recap. We all placed some bets this week that look a little bit better. God, I was more conservative. I guess it's just because Ian and Nick have
Coach's bets looked so good last week, and he went 0 for 4.
On paper, they looked amazing. The Browns one should have hit. Like that's just poor.
Jets money line, baby. I'm telling you, bro.
COVID
Jets freaking money line.
That doesn't happen other seasons. You know, that's just a COVID thing. What do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the perfect capper to 2020. Everyone lost a ton of money on betting against the Jets. So
we got more money coming. Thanks, Trump.
Yeah, Trump bucks, baby.
No thanks to Mitch McConnell. Actually, we're gonna have to wait at least a couple weeks for that.
That's true.
But we don't have to get into too many politics here. If we had gambled on the election, I'm sure we would have lost money there too. But I think that just about does it for us. Again, Kosha and Ian have that big plus 626 that's going to pay out pretty handsomely for them. So they're able to win a little bit more money than the rest of us.
That parlay is never going to hit.
Willing and able.
There's no chance that parlay hits. I guess for a quick scoreboard update for like a general score, fourth place is now Kosha. He's down $1,392 on the season. Ian is really, really nipping at his heels in terms of losses, though. He's lost $1,318, so he's about $80 ahead there. Alex is down $540, and I'm down $125. So after a great week, we predictably were brought back down to earth, and we are going to get back into the green this week. I think Kosha and Ian, I don't know if they can, but Alex and I are going to get back into the green. I'm confident of that.
We got this, Kosha.
Ian, if that parlay hits, I'll shave my head.
It's on the podcast.
I'll shave my head. I'll shave my head.
That is.
I will shave my head.
That is on the internet. This is going to be posted on Spotify.
Yeah, I'll shave my head. I'll do it. I'll shave my head. I'll shave my head. I have one thing in this world that I love, and it's my hair, and I'll shave my head.
Is this like a Britney Spears like meltdown right now?
Will you keep the beard after you shave your head? Will you keep the beard after you shave your head?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the beard.
Okay, good.
I'm just gonna get ripped, and I'll just be a bald, ripped guy. Like that's sick.
That's sick. You
ever seen Daughtry or Johnny Sins? You tell me Johnny Sins isn't sick?
This parlay is gonna hit.
As he finishes his third glass of wine.
I've never seen him in the same place.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that guy's been a career advocate. He's done everything.
Doctor, army,
plumber, pizza
plumber.
boy.
I haven't seen all the videos.
If you're listening, you're not.
Yeah, no, she's not.
All right. Well, I think that just about does it. You guys got any last words of advice for our loyal listeners here?
Fade in. That's about it.
Fade in.
Please, for love of God, don't let the Chargers cover 3.5.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys listening. Thanks again for tuning in to episode 8. This caps off the regular season. Week 17 is notoriously a hard week to gamble on, so that's going to be our built-in excuse if we do poorly again. But we're pumped for the playoffs to start up. There's always a lot of money to be made. I, for one, hope that the Bears get in so I can bet against Mitchell Trubisky in the playoffs. That's generally been a good decision. But we will see. It should be a fun week 17. Thanks for tuning in. Have a happy new year, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
Cheers, guys.
Go Spartans. Fuck Nick.